go ahead and get started. So for today's class, you need weights, cans, whatever you have that'll work for just some lightweight resistance, and a chair that is mimicking our bar. And if you have water, that's helpful to have nearby. So let's go ahead, come to the front of the mat, and let's just inhale the arms up. Let's come up onto the tippy toes and just stretch, stretch, stretch. It's okay if you walk around a little bit here. And release the arms down. I'm just going to move this away. Go ahead and let's interlace the fingers off the chest. Just give it a nice stretch here. And release. Inhale the arms up. Let's bend the right arm, bring the left arm across. Make sure you're not putting pressure on your neck. If you are, just let this arm come out to the side a little bit. A little bend in the knees here and stretch. Breathe. Don't push on the elbow joint itself. And release that down. Inhale the arms up. And now other side, left arm, again, be careful of that elbow joint there, be careful of the neck, and breathe. Make sure you're not hyperextending those knees, a little bend. Breathe. And go ahead, release. Let's go ahead and take the right arm across. Again, just be careful of that elbow joint and stretch. Let's go ahead and spread the fingers wide, make a fist, spread wide, make a fist, spread wide, make a fist, and release. Give it a little shake. And let's take the left arm across. Stretch here. Again, be careful of that elbow joint. And now fist, spread fingers wide apart, make a fist, spread them apart, make a fist, spread apart, and release. Give it a nice shake. And let's go ahead. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale to a flat back. Hands can come to the shins or thighs, depending on where you are, but that back is flat. And fold. Go ahead and walk this out here. So bend one knee, then the other. And if you hands don't connect, just gently place them somewhere. Inhale, the arms come all the way up. Bring hands together to heart center. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale. So we're going to sit it back into chair. So in chair, right? We're sitting it back into a chair. Nice positioning here. Knees aren't touching. We have a little bit of space here. Breathe. Keep breathing. And release. Stand it on up. Come up onto the tippy toes and give it a nice stretch. Let's go ahead. Spread the feet wide apart, come down into a squat. So ideally the heels are staying on the ground. Hands come right in between. Try to make sure that you're a little level here. And bring the hands down and give yourself a nice forward fold. Let's come back to the squat. If you have a block and you need a little support at home, you can always sit it down on the block. And go ahead, fold. One more squat. And fold. Go ahead. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Slight bend in the knees. Let's come all the way back up to standing. And sit it back into the chair. Let's take the arms out in front. Now we're going to take the left arm behind us and look towards that left hand. Inhale, exhale. Bring that arm forward. Now let's bring the right arm back. Breathe. And bring it forward. Left arm back. Bring it forward. Right arm back. Bring it forward. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Go ahead and grab the elbows and just give yourself a nice ragdoll here. So you can sway front and back, side to side. You can do little circles. Whatever feels good for you here. Hands to shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now let's imagine we've got one of the big Pilates balls. Knees are bent. Let's roll it up one vertebra at a time. And roll the shoulders back and down when you get to the top. Go ahead and roll the shoulders out. And roll them forward. All right, so let's come on down to the mat into a plank position. So, let's come down onto the forearms. If you practice, here I'll turn sideways here. So if you practice on your knees, make sure that you're on your knees, the heels are up, you're on your forearms. And otherwise, we're gonna come up into, come onto the forearms here, into plank here. Slight bend in the knees, heels are reaching to the back. You're engaging this lat muscle here as well as the shoulder. Really squeeze the glutes and breathe. You've got it. Keep on breathing. Just a few more breaths. You can do it. Check that positioning. How are those knees? Slight bend in those knees. Heels reaching back. How are those shoulders? And go ahead, release. You can sit it back into a shell or a child, whatever feels good for you here. All right, let's come on back to that plank position again, however you do your plank. So on your forearms, if you're extending the legs, extend them, otherwise you're on your knees. Now, I just want you to take the right hand and tap the left shoulder. Left hand, tap the right shoulder. Tap, tap. You might want to walk the feet out a little bit wider here to stay stable. Tap, tap, tap. Everything's staying stable. All we're doing is tapping, tapping. So we're not shifting the hips at all. Tap, tap, hold. Now, let's push up to the left hand, push up to the right hand. Now let's come down onto the right forearm, come down to the left forearm. Breathe. Push up with the right hand, push up with the left hand. Again, be really stable here. That core staying nice and engaged. The only thing moving are the hands. And let's bring the left forearm down, come onto the right forearm. Breathe. Go ahead and release. Again, sit it back into your child or your shell pose, whatever feels good to you here. Take a few breaths. All right. So, now let's come into side plank. But what I want us to do for this is I want our knees out on a little bit of an angle. We're going to come onto the forearm, so I'm on the left arm to start. We're going to sit these hips up. We have a nice space right under here. Maybe the top hip's just a little bit forward. We don't want to be leaning back. The shoulder and the arm is coming right down from the shoulder. And now we're just going to open the top leg so those feet are glued together and close. 2, breathe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and sit it back. Let's come to the other side. So we're on the right forearm. The legs are out a little bit in front here. We're sitting it up, getting into our nice position here. I have to fix my shoulder. And feet are glued. Let's open, close. 2, 3, breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And sit it back. Let's come back to that left side. So back to the forearm. Come up onto the knees. Now we're gonna, if this is okay with you, we're gonna take this right leg out, on the top leg out onto a 90-degree angle, and the arms coming overhead. And we're gonna crunch together, extend the top leg out. Crunch, extend. Crunch, extend. 3. Make sure you're not falling into the shoulder. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release it down. And we'll go ahead and we'll switch sides. So we're on the right forearm. We're setting up that nice side plank. We're bringing the leg up 90 degrees, arm out, crunch it in, extend it out. Crunch, extend. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and release. Let's go ahead and come into that child or that shell. Give yourself a nice stretch here. A little release. Now let's come up to all fours. I'll turn sideways so you can see. And we're going to leave the legs as they are, so the bottom's staying up, and we're just going to reach the arms out. We're going to come on down toward that forehead. If you have a block and you want to use it, you can. And come into puppy dog. So the arms are straight out. You should be getting a stretch up here in the upper body, the armpits. Breathe. And go ahead, walk it back in and release. Since we're here in all fours, let's just go ahead and curve with the exhale into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale. Inhale. And one more cat and cow. Slight bend in those elbows. We're not hyperextending. And release. You can sit it back into that child or that shell, whatever feels good for you here. All right. So we're going to come up to the chair. So let's go ahead. We're going to stand, we're going to face the chair. We're going to be in first position. So in first position, right, the heels are together and the toes are apart. Now you can stay flat on your feet, or you can come up, not high, right, just a few inches here. And we're going to come into our working position. So in that working position, right, the legs are out. I have a nice pelvic tilt here. Those heels are still glued together. And let's go ahead. Should I turn this way for this? And let's come down an inch, up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come down. Now come all the way up. Squeeze these glutes right here. And come down. All the way up. Squeeze. Down. All the way up. Squeeze. This is 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now come back to that working position. So now we're just going to do we're really thinking about the thigh muscle here. So right where the bottom and the thigh meet, and we're just doing little pelvic tilts here. So squeeze, really get the thigh muscle working. 3, 4, little tucks maybe is the best way to think about it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to do little circles here. So it's small, right? It's just with the hips. Nothing else is moving. We're staying in that working position. I'm going to say that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now reverse those circles. Other direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come center, come down another inch or 2, hold, breathe. You've got it, keep breathing. Just a few more breaths. Embrace that shake. And come on up. Give it a nice shake out. Let's go ahead and bring the right leg behind us, and we'll just give this quad a nice stretch out. And let's switch. Other leg. All right, so give those legs a nice little shake. If you need a sip of water, grab it. All right, so now let's come, so the chair's behind us, our hands are on the top of the chair, our feet are gonna be back in that first position, and move it a little bit closer here, and we're gonna come into that working position, and let's come up onto that little 2 inches here. So we are gonna take the right leg, and we're going to extend it out. Now notice I'm seeing the inside edge of this leg. And so I'm looking at that inner edge of the foot is reaching up towards the ceiling. And here we go, little lifts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Just hold it out there, breathe. Now do little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we have to reverse that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, little bend and straighten. Bend, straighten. Make sure you're still in that inner edge. That's it. Pretend this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead, release that down. Shake it all out. Now we get to do that on the other side. So we're going to come into that first position. Right? Get our hands set up. We're going to come up a little bit. If you need to stay on those heels, you can. And now we're going to work this left leg. So the left leg's coming out. I'm seeing that inner edge of the foot, of the leg and the foot, and little lifts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold, breathe and hold. And little circles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And reverse the direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now little bend and straighten. Bend, straighten. 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're getting that inner edge still. 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. And release. Give it a nice shake. Now, let's go ahead and face the bar. We're going to step the right leg back. The front leg's coming into 90-degree bend here, and the back leg is going to be in a 90-degree bend. So we want to make sure the knee is right in line with the ankle. It's not going to extend over the toes. And the back leg's in a nice 90-degree angle. We have a nice pelvic tilt here. We're engaging the core. And down an inch, up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, breathe. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Embrace the shake. You can do it. And back to those little pulses. You can do it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on up. Give it a nice little stretch out. And let's switch sides. So that right leg's going to be forward. The left leg is going to be back. We're coming into that working position. So we're checking this knee alignment. It's called 90-90 for a reason. Our legs are both at 90-degree angles here. And here we go. Little lifts and up. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it down. Breathe. Embrace that shake. Keep breathing. Don't lose this engagement here. Keep breathing. How's this front knee? And here we go, back to the pulses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah. Woohoo! Let's go ahead and stretch that out. And other side. Breathe. Let's go ahead and stay facing the chair. We're going to go ahead and come out into second position wide. So in second position wide, right, our feet are out. The toes are out pointing towards the corners of the room. We're coming down into working position. Nice pelvic engagement here, a little pelvic tilt. Again, knees are trekking around with the ankles, right? All right. Here we go. Let's come into that working position. And here we go. Down an inch, up, small. Make sure these legs stay bent. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold, 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 and breathe. You've got it. And come on up for a second. So let's go ahead and come on down. Now let's go ahead and lift this right heel up, and we're going to take the right arm over. And we're just going to do little pulses here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring that right heel down and come on back. And now we're going to lift this left heel up, extend the left arm up, reach over to the right. This leg is staying bent as well. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it back. You can come up for a second here. Come back to the working position. So now let's do those little pelvic tilts again. So those little thrusts, little tucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Now let's go ahead and hip bump left, hip bump right, left, 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 right, 9, 9, 10, 10. Come center. Back to those little tucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead, come on up, toe heel the feet together, and give it a nice shake. All right, we'll move the chair out of the way for right now, and we'll come on down to the mat. If you need some water along the way, go ahead and grab it. So let's go ahead and stretch those hips out first. So if you can do a pigeon, we're going to come into pigeon. Otherwise, if that's too much for you, I'll show you first. I want you to come into figure 4. So you'll lay down on your back. We'll start with the right leg. You'll cross it over the left. You can kind of give a little push here away. You can either stay here or you can bring that left leg into the chest. Hands can wrap around, or you can thread this right arm through, holding on underneath the knee or on the shin. Otherwise, we'll come into pigeon. And so in pigeon, right, there's a couple ways. If you practice from downward dog, then go ahead and come from there. Otherwise, we'll be on all fours. We're going to step that right leg through. We're going to toe heel this right leg across the mat and come into our inverted V. Right? So the closer in this foot is towards this left hip, the slightly, not easier, but a little less intense version, and otherwise the further this foot gets away, a little more intense this gets. We want to make sure that this left leg is nice and back. We want to center up, give yourself a nice puff of the chest here, and then we're going to walk it forward. Now again, if you've got a yoga block, you can do a couple of things, right? Say this hip doesn't get down. You can use it to kind of help connect and level everything, or you can use it for your head, whatever feels okay for you here. Come on forward. Breathe. And go ahead, release. And actually, before we come completely out of this, if you're in the pigeon, if not, you can stay in your figure 4. If you'd like, you can bend this back leg and just kind of give it a nice pull in toward the chest, getting back into that quad a little bit. So let's see if I can turn a little here. So something like this. Okay. Breathe. And release. And let's go ahead and come out of that pose. If you're in a figure 4, set up on the other side, so the left leg will be crossing over the right. Otherwise, we're on all fours here. We're going to step the right leg through. And again, if you practice from downward dog, come on in. And let's go ahead and sit it down into pigeon other side. Again, if you need that block for anything, go ahead and use it. Puff. And bring it forward. And let's go ahead, bring it back up, give it a nice puff. Turn this time so you can see. Now, if it's okay with you, we can bend this back foot and bring it in towards the back here. And breathe. and release. Come on out. Let's go ahead and extend the legs straight. You can get yourself wiggle around, get a nice seat. Inhale the arms up and exhale, bring it forward. So again, if you hold on to the thighs, that's fine. To the shins, that's fine. Out to the feet, the ankles, whatever works. Go ahead, bring it forward. Think about creating a nice C curve here to help give you some space. Breathe. Two more breaths here. And slowly roll it back up. All right, so let's go ahead and grab those weights. Whatever they look like for you today. I've got cans. So we're gonna come to all fours. We're gonna take the can in the right hand. We're gonna make sure we don't fall into this right shoulder, left shoulder. And we're gonna row the arm up. So see, it's coming straight up right along the side. And then we're gonna do a tricep kickback, bring it forward and row it down. All right, here we go. Row, kick back, bring it back, bring it down. And kick, bring it up, row, kick it back, bring it back, down. 3, breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so now we get to do that on the other side. So cans coming, or the weights coming to the left hand. Make sure you're not sinking into this right shoulder. Arm is right by the side. We're gonna row it up, kick it back, bring it back, row it down. Row it up, kick it back, bring it back, down. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, come on up. You can let that weight off to the side. So give those wrists a little shake out here. So if you need a little extra protection for your knee, just go ahead and fold the mat over. We're gonna bring the left leg through. We're coming into a low lunge here. I want this knee right in line with the ankle. And this back leg, just enough of an angle to get a little stretch going on here, but not enough to not be able to have a nice pelvic connection here. So let's grab those weights. And we are gonna start, we're gonna notice how the bent leg is over here. I'm a little rotated. I'm gonna do a bicep curl with both arms. If you have one heavier weight, you can always do it with one and bicep curl here. So I'm gonna bicep curl. I'm gonna rotate over this bent leg, and then I'm gonna do an overhead press. Bring the arms down, rotate back, bring the arms down, bicep curl. Twist to come over this bent leg, overhead press. Engage those lats so don't go too far. Keep the lats engaged. Bring the press down, rotate, and let's bicep curl. So this is 3. Here we go. That's it. Rotate back. So we bicep curl, twist to bent leg, overhead press, bring it down, and rotate back. That's 4. This is 5. 6. 7. 8. Rotate back. 9. And this is the last one. We bicep curl, rotate, overhead press, bring it back, come back over. And gently place those weights down, and let's come on out. So we'll do that on the other side. So again, if you need that extra cushioning for your mat, just fold the mat over. Let's step the right leg through and let's get this positioning looking pretty good first here, right? So we want to make sure knee and ankle are aligned or slightly into the body. Back leg is only on enough of an angle that you can engage the pelvis here still. You have a nice core engagement. We're going to be over this left leg for right now, and then we'll rotate over the bent right leg, okay? So here we go. Bicep curl, rotate over bent leg, overhead press, bring the arms back, come back, rotate back to the right, left leg, bring the arms down, bicep curl. Rotate over bent leg, overhead press, bring the arms back down, rotate back to that first leg, and bring the arms down. And bicep curl, rotate, overhead, bring it back, come to that starting position. And 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and here we go, last one. Bicep curl, rotate, overhead press, bring it back, come back to that starting position. And the weights can come to the side. And let's go ahead, come back to all fours. So now this time we're going to take the arm out into a T. We're going to bring it just slightly forward, so it's not a full Y, it's not a straight T, just like a little mini Y here. The thumb is going to come up, and we're really going to work the shoulder right in here. So we want to start to feel this engage right up in this spot here, okay? And just little lifts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring that down. Now we're going to build that on the left side. So the arm's coming out into that T and moving it just a slight bit forward. Thumb is facing up. And here we go, right in this area here. And lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release that down. Let's build it on the right side again. So straight T out, bring it a little bit forward here, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release that down. Left side. Let's build it. Your T, bring it slightly forward, and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And release. Give everything a nice shake out here. You can kind of bring your head side to side, front, back, whatever feels good for you here. If you want to do a few neck rolls. And you can switch directions. You get to choose how big or how small. And let's meet back in center. So now we're going to come on down onto our backs. So the feet are going to come out in front here. We're going to roll down onto our back. We are going to have our hands down by the sides here. We have a nice natural curve here. Let's just inhale and exhale. We want to imprint. So we don't want to use our hips. We don't want to force this here. We really want to use the breath to get this low abdomen into the mat here. So inhale and exhale. Really cinches and engages this core. Release to the natural curve. And exhale. Imprint that back. Inhale, release. Exhale, imprint. One more. Inhale, release. Exhale, imprint. So we are going to squeeze those glutes, weights in the heels. We're going to roll it on up to Pilates bridge. So So we're not any higher than right at the base of these shoulder tips here. Hands are by your sides, squeezing those glutes. Nice level plane here. We're gonna dip and squeeze the glutes, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it here. Weights in both those heels. Really re-level here. Squeeze those glutes. Make sure you're in a nice position here. Now we're just going to roll the right heel up, come up to the tippy toe. Either stay here or lift that toe up just an inch. Now replace toe, ball, heel. Let's do that again. Right side only. Heel, ball, toe, little lift if you can, and toe, ball, heel. Make sure everything is staying level. Really weighting that left heel, okay? Here we go. Right heel up, ball, toe, little lift, and toe, ball, heel. Make sure this right hip isn't dropping at all. And here we go. Ball, heel, ball, toe, little lift, and toe, ball, heel. I'm going to pretend that was 4. And 5. Heel, ball, toe, and toe, ball, heel. 6. Heel, ball, toe, ball, heel. 7. Heel, ball, toe, ball, heel. And 8. Heel, ball, toe, ball, heel. You can do 2 more here. Go ahead. Heel, ball, toe, little lift, and toe, ball, heel. Make sure check in for this last one. Everything's nice and solid. Here we go. Heel, ball, toe, little lift. Hold it here. Breathe. You didn't drop these hips. And go ahead. Release it down. Toe, ball, heel. Squeeze everything. I want you to roll it down one vertebra at a time. Roll through that imprint to that natural curve. Now I want you to reset. I don't want us to do anything funky to our backs. So go ahead. Inhale. Exhale. Let's roll it on up. Squeeze those glutes. Hello. Thank you. And now we're going to weight this right heel and we're going to work on the left leg. So let's go ahead. Heel, ball, toe. Lift the left leg a little bit if you can. And then toe, ball, heel. And 2. Heel, ball, toe. Little lift. And toe, ball, heel. Release it down. Thank you, buddy. That's enough. And 3. Heel, ball, toe. Little lift. And toe, ball, heel. How are those hips? Squeeze those glutes. Really weight the right heel here. And here we go. 4. Little lift. And release it down. And 5. Heel, ball, toe. And toe, ball, heel. 6. Heel, ball, toe. Little lift. Toe, ball, heel. 7. You've got it. Breathe. Is everything staying level? And 8. And bring it back. Now last 2, just really step back in. Come on, let's check those hips, squeeze those glutes. Can you lift just a smidge higher here without losing anything? And here we go. 9, heel, ball, toe, little lift, and toe, ball, heel. And here we go. 10, heel, ball, toe, little lift. We're going to hold. Breathe. How are those hips? Make sure that you're not losing it. And toe, ball, heel. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release it down. Roll through the vertebra, each vertebra. Roll through the imprint to that natural curve. Take a breath here. Now, let's go ahead and come to first position here. So those heels are together and toes are apart. And we're going to go ahead, squeeze the glutes and lift it up. So now our legs are out, our knees are out just a little bit wider here. And now we're just going to, again, drop, lift. Now if you like, you can lift those heels up a little bit for a little extra challenge. And we're going to just drop the bottom, squeeze the glutes, lift. Drop, lift. Drop, lift. If this bothers your knees at all, come back to the regular position. Or put the heels down. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lift it up, hold it here. Now think about, it's like a little squeeze of the right glute only, and you're gonna get a little like hip bump here, and then left, but you're really thinking about the glutes. And right, and left, and right, and left, and right, and left, right, left, right, left, right, left. You can do it, keep breathing. Left, right, left, right, left. Two more. Right, left, and I'm in on each side, right and left. And go ahead, roll it down. Release, go ahead and bring those knees into chest, give it a nice squeeze. Let's go ahead, and if you need to keep the legs bent at 90 degrees, you certainly can. Otherwise, we're going to reach them up toward the sky. And let's go ahead, and we're just going to bring the upper body up, reach for the toes, and come back down. Reach, come back down. So upper body staying up a little bit. We're not going to come all the way down and lose that engagement. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you'd rather put your hands behind your head, you can. 9 and 10. Bring the upper body down. Now we're going to do lower rectus lifts. So we're just doing a little lift here. We're not swinging at all. It's these tiny little lifts, and we're not jamming the shoulders in. Again, if you need to practice from here, go ahead. Right? So whichever way works for you, and we're going to go ahead and little lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead, bring the knees back to 90 degrees. Make sure you have a nice solid imprint here. Let's bring the hands behind the head. Inhale and exhale, lift the head up. And here we go. Let's go ahead and extend those legs out again. You can keep them here if you want. And little lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Inhale and exhale, bring the upper body down. And hands come back to the sides, and we're doing those lower rectus lifts again. So whichever way works for you, knees bent or extended out. And remember, just not swinging the legs. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, we're just going to take the left leg in toward the chest. We're going to lower the right leg. And then inhale it back up. Again, we're not swinging. So we're going to get a little stretch, and we're going to work the core at the same time. So nice imprint. Right leg comes in toward the chest, left leg down. 2 exhales, and then lift it back up. And switch. Inhale up and switch. And inhale up and switch. Inhale up and switch. And inhale up and switch. 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 Inhale up, and let's do one more each leg. Inhale up and switch. Inhale up. Go ahead, bend the knees, bring the knees into chest, give it a nice squeeze, a nice rock side to side. Let's go ahead and bring the left foot to the mat and just squeeze the right leg in toward the chest. Roll the right ankle out. And switch directions of that roll out. And go ahead and switch. So right foot's flat, left knee is into the chest. And go ahead and roll the ankle out. And switch directions of the roll out. And hold. Let's go ahead, bring the knees up to 90 degrees. Arms come out into a T. Inhale, and we're going to exhale. Drop the legs to the right. Head looks straight up or to the left. Breathe. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Head looks straight or to the right. Just try to keep the shoulders down. Inhale, back to center. Go ahead and bring those knees into the chest. Now we're going to hold on behind the legs and we're going to roll it up to seated. So if you've got a squishy ball, you can go ahead and put it behind you if you need a little extra support. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead, sitting up nice and tall, and now we're going to create a C curve here. So we're really thinking about getting this abdomen in towards the low back. And let's go ahead and bring the arms out. They're a little bit of, feel more like a little curve here. Inhale, and let's twist to the right. So think about getting this left rib to the right hip as opposed to completely rotating. Right? So we just want to, it's a small motion here, back to center. And now let's go to the left. And back to center. And right. And center, left. Center, 3. Center, 3. Center, back to the right, 4. Center, left, 4. Center. How's that C curve? Right, 5. Center, and left. Center. And now right. Center, left. Center. And 7. And 7. And 8. And 8. And 9. And 9. And last one each side. And go ahead, sit up nice and tall. And let's go ahead and let's bring both feet together. Sit it up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale, just fold it forward. Again, if you've got a block and you want to use it, you can always use it whatever position you need to help connect your head to the ground. Inhale back up to center. Let's go ahead and extend the left leg out. We'll tuck the right leg in. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Holding on wherever you can on that leg. Breathe. Inhale back up to center and let's switch. Inhale the arms up and exhale, fold it. Come all the way back up. Go ahead and stick your legs out wide, whatever wide is for you. So first, let's go ahead and come over the left leg. So we're going to take our left arm across the left leg. Hold on wherever you can. So ideally a toe, but if not, just the leg here. And let's come, bring the right arm overhead. Breathe. Inhale back up to center. And now let's do that on the right side. So right arm comes out, grabbing the toe or somewhere on the leg. And left arm comes overhead. Back up to center, and now we're going to walk it forward, wide angle forward fold. Breathe. Come on, back up. So go ahead and bring the legs together. We're gonna come right back down onto the back. We're gonna bring the feet up to the sky, bend the knees, and hold the inside or the outsides of the feet, bringing those arms in towards the armpits, and a nice happy baby here. So you can stay still, or you can give it a little rock side to side, whatever feels good for you here. And go ahead, release, rock it back up to seated. And let's go ahead and come to a nice seated position. Inhale the arms up, bring the palms together, exhale, heart center. Just settle in here. Take a nice deep inhale in, and exhale out. Take one more breath here. And exhale. And you're all set for today.